Now, most DMOs are going to put together a sequence of marketing campaigns. They'll have the creative, they'll have the placements, they'll have, the video, the social media, the print. They'll place the ad, and then folks will visit. Isn't that enough?
Well, I guess to some locations it might be, right? It all depends on how you define success. I always get a chuckle personally. I find myself driving maybe a disproportionate percentage of time up and down Interstate 95. And I understand that building brand and building awareness is a critical component. So in no ways do I mean to denigrate that by any stretch. But we have billboards up that we run across, and they're promoting or advertising for a particular resort destination off of 95 that's 2 hours, to the southeast of where I'm driving south. And I wonder how many people look at that and actually change their behavior to say, you know what, I wasn't planning on going there, but let's go ahead and get off and we're going to go down there. And then when I meet with those clients, I say, let's presume for a moment that that ad campaign was wildly successful. How would you know, right? And it's those types of things that keep us up at night. We've been trying to solve for that certainly for the last 20 plus years, to understand which of the marketing mediums is effective. Recognizing, again, brand building is critical. You can't choose what you don't know exists. So there's a place for that. But the inability to be able to ascribe response attribution to an outdoor board or to a radio campaign or to a print ad are the things that we're trying to change in the marketplace.
And how do you do that?
Well, I think the first step, which the market is moving to, not as a byproduct of RMG, but I think now that we are so reliant on digital and we can track almost everything that we post in a digital world with some sort of UTM string or a code, and we can use Google Analytics certainly as a default mechanism for reporting if we don't have other tool sets. But really trying to convince folks that maybe in the past you spent 80% of your budget on brand building and awareness and above the line advertising and 20% below. Certainly we've been advocating for the last 5+ years that needs to be closer to 50-50, if not in some cases, depending upon your industry and depending upon your audience, inverted to 80% below the line and 20% above the line. And I know there will be a lot of people out there that are like, well, that's absolutely crazy, right? Back to your point, you can't choose what you don't know exists. I need to let people know I'm out there. I agree wholeheartedly, but there's other ways to do that than simply using brand building and traditional mechanisms that don't have that level of response attribution measurement.